Welcome to our very first Link Parks Small Business Challenge, where we're championing the big dreams of our small business customers. I'm your host and judging panelist, Joe Finnegan. It takes more than a neat idea to make it in business. You need talent, connections, and of course, capital. We launched the Small Business Challenge to support our customers in a way that truly makes a difference by offering a $50,000 grand prize to support their goals. After reviewing nearly 150 applications from customers all over the US, our team had the tough job of selecting just 5 exceptional entrepreneurs as our finalists. Today, they will share their business plans, answer our questions, and prove why they should be the inaugural winner of the Link Parks Small Business Challenge. Let's meet the panel of judges. Melissa Sachs, our Chief Communications Officer of Link Logistics. Stephen Cohen, our Vice President of Property Operations. Nak Rossi, who is based here in the Bay Area, our Senior Vice President of the Bay Area and the Pacific Northwest. And Jay Suarez, our Senior Director of Marketing. Let's get the pitches started.
Hello from sunny and hot Wellington in Palm Beach, Florida, widely known as the winter equestrian capital of the world. My name is Jorge Rivera, and I'm the AVP of Leasing for Corro.
And I am Maria Beasley, the Property Manager. We're excited for Corro to be in the top 5 finalists of our Small Business Challenge sponsored by Link Parks,
where we have a space to grow.
Corro has been our customer since 2024, and we're thrilled to have them as a partner at Wellington Commerce Park.
Everyone in the equestrian community knows Corro, as they're a team of equestrians who are obsessed with horses and want them to have the best products available.
They're just not your one source for all things.
They're also a welcoming destination for anyone who loves horses. Corro, congratulations on making it to the finals.
With you, the sky is the limit. Good luck.
At Corro, as a small business, equestrian business located in the heart of Wellington, this for horses by horse lovers. When you come into our storefront, you can see how much time and effort we put in each and every product. You can really feel that we curate the best products just for your horse. The business actually started at 2019 already as a straight e-com business. We opened up a storefront, moved the warehouse, and we increased the online sales like 400%, I think. At this point, I run the business from Sweden. However, I try to go bi-monthly to Florida. Obviously, there's many equestrian stores around Wellington, but I would like to think that we have the best spot.
Hi, my name is Jordan. Welcome to Corro here in Wellington, Florida. Follow me and let's go check out the space. So here in our showroom, we wanted to focus it mainly on our Kentucky horseware and Dion inventory. This is our tack room, where we have any and all things tack. And then if you come over here into this room, this is our grooming room. Now we'll go and check out the warehouse. Everything is pretty much categorized how it is in the store, so it's easy for picking and packing purposes. And if someone needs something from the back, it's easy to find. So we've got our treats, we've got our first aid, leather cleaners. The goal of Corro, I feel like, is just to make everybody's lives a little bit easier. Seeing even the small wins, positive feedback, a bigger sale, it's really motivating when everything starts to work.
I want Corro to be the #1 equestrian brand. When you should shop from your horse, you should think Corro. We have a really aggressive growth plan for the next 2 to 3 years. I'm super passionate about the team. I love the girls. I love to see everyone working together. I love building companies. This is the best job I ever had.
Hi, Michaela. Welcome to the first ever Link Parks Small Business Challenge. Thank you for dialing in. I know it's later where you are in Sweden, but we really appreciate it. We've loved learning more about Corro and your business over the last couple of months. And so with that, take it away.
Thank you. And thank you for letting the nervous Swede go first. I'm super excited. We are Equestrian Labs, as you saw on the movie, we're a team of equestrians. We are obsessed with horses and we want them to have the very best products available. We know how much hard work and dedication that goes into caring for the horses, and we're here to make it a little bit easier. We are the leading premium online equestrian retailer in the US. We're combining premium brands with concierge service and a passionate community to serve modern riders and horse owners. We grew 400% year to year from last July to this July. We are the #1 premium equestrian assortment, and we have 10,000 riders served at this point.
All done.
Awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you.
great.
Thanks, Michaela. That was great. I think we're going to go into a few minutes of Q&A. Who would like to start?
I can kick it off. Michaela, thanks so much. That was really fantastic. What would you say is your secret sauce? What makes you different from your competitors? You mentioned a couple of different things, the inventory, the breadth of inventory you have, the premium products, but what are you most proud of in terms of your sort of competitive differentiators?
I think we have a small, lean team with true equestrians. I think each and every one of the girls, given the situation that we have been in, everyone is doing their very best every day of the job. I think we are competing against kind of big companies, and I don't think that they have the same heart in it as all of the girls have. And I think that's going to be the key to success, that everything we put into the business in terms of like manual labor or pictures, performance marketing, or it comes from the heart.
I love that. Thank you. Your team cares, it sounds like, right?
You seem like you have a very sure sense of sort of your brand and what you stand for and your vision and your mission. I know as you look to expand with the private label and having more people in your store, you talked about PR and additional content and new website. And do you have a sense of how you're going to translate, the heart of it, the trusted partner, all these things, the way you describe yourself, how you plan to share that from a content perspective so people can feel it and see it and have that emotional connection to your brand?
I think it's a really good question, but I think we actually started with our email marketing, for example, not to just sell products, like giving them a background story and telling them why they need the products and educate people about both the brand and the products.
You're speaking my language.
Any lessons learned? Could you share a lesson that you've learned here as running a small business that you'd like to share with others?
It's many regulations in the U.S.
Okay.
No, but
Interesting.
motivate the team, have them happy at all times, and they will go that little extra mile for you.
Yep. I love that. Thank you.
I think with my final question, I think it transitions really well. I'm sure it comes to no surprise to you that we have probably about a dozen equestrian companies in Wellington. Do you view them as competitors, as peers?
A lot of the other stores are reaching out to us at this point, and we work together with them. So we have, perhaps without mentioning any names, we have one reseller that's doing very good on e-com, but not on the physical presence. So we carry their products in our storefront and let them, and we are not competing with them online instead. So we try to work together as much as we can. You just need to know your brand and believe in the brand and see how you can work together with some of them. I don't think you should fight them all.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And that's just what came to mind when you said networking opportunities and ways to collaborate. Because we want to be able to be that conduit for companies like you guys and create opportunities in our communities.
We have a flower shop next to the storefront, and they buy buckets from us to keep the flowers.
That's a start.
Synergy, I love it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thanks, Michaela. Really appreciate it. Again, thank you. I know it's later your time, obviously, than it is here, but thank you so much for everything. We've really enjoyed this, and good luck with everything. Fun way to start the day. What do you guys think?
I mean, what an amazing story to come into a business take over and increase sales 400%.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
It's remarkable.
It's remarkable.
I didn't realize that part of it where it was a little bit, she said chaotic in the beginning, and then she kind of stepped in. It was a little bit maybe of a turnaround type situation.
Yeah, it was,
Really-
I think, gracious that that's not part of her pitch.
Right,
That wasn't
that's
part
right.
of what was initially sent in to talk about that there was an issue prior
Right.
that she's fixing.
You can tell that the culture that they've built there is very, family oriented and similar to that sort
lot
of
of trust.
close knit group that really cares about the product and the business and the industry and their customers.
Yeah.
Sounds like she's got a great hold on the data side too, and the
Yeah.
performance
I thought that was
management.
really
That's
interesting.
really
It's an example that
impressive to hear.
sales drive the business, right?
Yeah.
She brought in 400%, and her grasp on the digital, it reminds me of Gretchen, right? Of knowing the nitty gritty, right?
Yeah.
And like the levers that you pull and the things that you search to develop products, to develop strategies. So that's great to see from a CEO.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And 5,000 square feet in that park is massive.
It's big.
Oh,
it's
it
a
is.
big
It's
space.
a massive
Oh, yeah.
customer for us at
interesting.
that park.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was great.
Absolutely.
We're thrilled for Contoro Robotics to be part of our first ever small business challenge for Link Parks.
Contoro Robotics has been a customer since 2022, and it's been amazing to learn more about their business. Since becoming a Link Parks customer, our partnership has grown from a sublet to their very own space, and we're thrilled to be a part of their journey.
We're so excited for you, Muck and John. Good luck to you and your amazing team.
Way to go, Austin. Cannot wait to find out the results.
We're rooting for you.
Hello and welcome to Contoro Robotics. My name's John Cook, Director of Business Development here in Austin, Texas. Come on in, we're so glad you're here. Contoro Robotics was founded by Young Mak Young in 2022 with a mission to transform the most intensive job in warehousing, trailer unloading. We build robots that autonomously unload floor-loaded trailers, protecting our customers' teams and supercharging warehouse productivity. Come on in, let me show you where the magic is.
Welcome to our engineers' playground. From design and prototyping to assembly and live testing, this is where it all happens. Having dock doors and live power under one roof allows us to do all of this in one building, no extra facilities needed. Let's go check out one of our robots in action. Hi, Manny.
Oh, hey, Martin. This is Contoro in action, autonomously unloading a trailer with speed, care, and precision.
When we started the company, we thought not just robotics technology, but also the people behind the work, who does the toughest job in the warehouse space every day. Our mission is to make their jobs easier, safer, and more sustainable. To achieve that mission, we first had to create a culture of productivity and creativity. To me, the success is to create a space for our team members who can enjoy the working here every day to make the big impact to our community. We are energized by the challenges. We love to solve problems, design robots, write codes, and test the systems. What keeps us going? The smiles of our customers. We believe we are making a huge impact to the industry by solving the labor problems with the robotics technology.
John, Muck, nice to meet you both. Welcome to Link Park's Small Business Challenge. Wonderful video that you've provided, and we're really excited to hear more about your business. And with that, I'll leave it to you for your presentation. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for having us here. And we are Contoro Robotics, and we are based in Austin, Texas. And I'm Mark. I am CEO, founder of Contoro Robotics. I have spent my entire career in the robotics industry. And before Contoro Robotics, I founded one medical robotics company, and we made a great success there. And 3 years ago, I founded Contoro Robotics to solve a very big industrial problem that is a warehouse automation. Particularly, we are solving trailer unloading problem. That is one of the most labor-intensive problem.
So at Contoro, we believe there's a better way to offload these trailers.
Yes, that was the reason why we invented this innovative technology, our container unloading robot. Our container unloading robot can unload the boxes from the containers autonomously. And the patented technology, gripper technology, can unload up to 65 pounds of the boxes, which is very, very difficult to unload those boxes with human hands. But with the technology, we can unload the highest payload boxes among all of these industry competitors.
So at this point, what we would love to do is to open up the floor and entertain any questions or thoughts that the judging panel may have for us.
That's great. Thank you both so much for being here and for being part of this challenge. It's a very unique business that you have, and I think there's a lot of use cases here. That being said, what led you to discover the demand for this type of robotics to begin with? I'd love to hear that part of your story.
I mean, do we want to go back to where we thought we wanted to clean toilet bowls? There
are a lot of those.
Yeah, so we founded the company, to be honest, without knowing exactly what problem we want to solve. We have amazing technology, robotics technologies, and we explored the multiple opportunities. What we wanted to do is we want to provide a big impact to the community. We want to develop some robot that can be really helpful for the society.
Helping humanity, if you will, to reduce some of the cost in everything that we purchase. We're very passionate about being able to try to solve that.
Yeah, especially we are in Texas. In the summertime, it is inhumane task. So we really want to.
I can totally understand.
Why Link Parks? Why is that the space that you've chosen to be in Link Parks?
That is a very good question. And actually, it is not our decisions. And the Link Parks were almost the only companies who could provide this space. So we had to have the multiple unloading docks, and we have to have some of this warehouse space with a temperature controlled. And so also we need some of the good office space, and we have we are very picky customer. But Link Parks could provide a very perfect solution.
Good.
Do you have any lessons learned that you'd like to share with us? It doesn't need to be technology related, but just, starting up a business, being an entrepreneur, and kind of starting from the beginning.
Yeah, I think for me, and Mock might kick me under the table, I'm not sure, but for me, we've had great successes and terrible setbacks in the same exact day. And one of the things we've learned is not to over celebrate, and also not to become too weepy over the setbacks.
I love that. That's great.
That's great perspective.
Great advice.
Yeah.
Thank you, John and Mock. Really appreciate your time. Again, so excited to have you as part of this competition, and we really appreciate the partnership, allowing us to be your landlord here in Austin, and just really excited to see where this goes. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate the time.
Excellent presentation. Amazing innovation here. What do you guys think?
I thought it was super cool. I mean, the technology is cool, but just their presentation and they're down to earth and humble. It was a fun experience, honestly.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, what I loved was how they balance each other.
Yes.
Right? Like you can tell Mock is in it, and then John has his background in the logistics.
Operations.
And you can tell this isn't their first rodeo, right? They present together, they present well. So that stuck out to me.
I liked his lesson too, right? Like the highs are never that high, the lows are never that low, basically, right?
Good perspective. That.
Yeah.
That's a great advice.
Great takeaway.
So great.
Yeah.
Really good takeaway.
Yeah, and there's synergy. You can tell they have a sense of humor. They sort of bounce off each other, and I like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hello from Seattle. We are thrilled for Compvide to be part of our first ever small business challenge for Link Parks.
Compvide has been a customer since 2024, and it's been amazing to learn more about their business. Their mission and focus on helping people is inspiring to us all.
We are so excited for you, Sid. Good luck to you. We're wishing you the best.
Yay, Sid! We're rooting for you all the way out here in Washington.
At Compvide, we develop tools for researchers tackling complex immune challenges. Our work supports life-saving treatments in areas such as rare diseases and cancer. And what started as a one-person lab now is a growing biotech partner. I would like to show you our space. Come with me. This is our reception area, and this is Alina. So this is my office, and here is the science part of our company. From a boy in a village in far away in Iraq to the UK, then to the United States. So always I had dreams in my life. This journey carries a lot of them, let me say, blood and tears, and sometimes happiness. In every stage in my life, there was a goal, and whenever we meet goal, there is another goals are generated, and we keep going. So everything is possible as long as we think that we are capable to do it, and that's why I'm here. I'm really proud of the work that we have done in here. Every square foot of this lab drive innovation. So we do have, this is the ice maker, and then distilled water machine as well. So we keep our consumable stuff and some chemical materials that we are using in our research in this cabinet, safely keep them here. We do have the area for the balance and the scales. We do have the protein measures machine, the nanodrop. And in here we keep the pH meters and some vacuuming and the protein analyzing area as well. This is the area that where Alina is helping us today in this part of our work. We do have some plating incubators, blade shakers. We do have our most advanced centrifuge. The other parts we use in here is our freezers, -80 freezers. We have 3 of them. Little area, we use it in here for the shipping, drop-off, and pick-up, beside some chemical waste that we save it in here. Our logistics and the packaging, labeling, and the shipping materials, we keep it in this corner. So this is Compvide. Thank you.
Sid, thank you so much. That video was awesome. We're really excited to hear some more about Compvide.
Good afternoon, Judge. I'm Dr. Saddam Yassin. I'm the founder and CEO of Compvide Incorporation, a biotech startup born right here at Link Park, Seattle. So about myself, I do I'm a scientist, and beside doing the innovation and research, so I also do an office work, maintenance the equipments in here, doing marketing, and even the cleaning and handling everything need to be taken care of. So my journey started when I was born in Iraq in a village far away. And even the house is made out of clay, and there was no drinking water at that time. So I finished the primary and the secondary schools in there. Then I moved to the town, that's the Mosul, and I did a biology and finished in 2003, and directly joined the postgraduate studies and did the master in parasitology and been appointed at the university for 5 years before I left to the UK in 2015.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that story, and what a journey you have been on. I mean, I don't even know if I have the first question. If someone else wants to go first, we'll just get started.
Like you said, what an incredible journey, what an incredible amount of perseverance you have. How do you apply that to your business? I would just love to hear that from you.
You need to be patient and think and think and think. This is how I found the best solution is to be patient and try to calm yourself when you have a big problem. And then by that, I'm applying what I've seen in here as it's a business has to move. I would like to move it fast, but we have to be patient and fight until the last minute.
Sid, one of the things that we love about Link Parks is being able to learn about stories like yours, let alone the challenges, the tribulations. What motivates you? What's your why in being able to go through all those challenges through life, take the risk, cash in your 401k, do all those things? You have, obviously you're passionate about what you do, but what's your why?
The most things that motivated me is that you could see that in the United States, here in our country, we do have a lots of spending on research and development, and we do have created most of the drug around in the world. But you could see that our patients in here is only 8.5% of them, they are receiving the treatment, and the others, they cannot. So what motivated me most is that if I can help those patients who are really in need for the help, and I'm capable to provide them with the tools that they can monitor their treatment and the tools that can make them not to buy unnecessary dosage of the drug that costing a lot. So this is how I stepped in and I try to help as well in this community, especially for the patients.
Yeah, it's very commendable.
Where do you hope to be? Where do you hope for the company to be in 3 or 5 years?
I'm looking to convert this one actually to an actual a pharmaceutical company that mainly linking the complement science with the cancer immunology. And I think this is the most important part that we could help other the kind of patients that mostly they are in need for the help and give them more hope and give them more time to spend with their families.
That's great.
Thank you. Thank you so much for everything. This was great.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Great job. So what did everyone think?
Highly technical and an amazing journey.
Yeah.
Very passionate
Yeah.
about the science behind it.
Yeah.
What really resonated with me was he emphasized simple, fast, and cost-effective, which the healthcare system drastically needs. So hitting all those sort of important keys for his product, I thought was terrific.
Yeah.
To think that the first thing he thinks of is helping people, right, and making an impact on them. That's a differentiator. Yeah.
His face lit up when we asked about what does he want it to be in 3 years or 5.
It did.
Right?
You could tell he saw it. He has a vision.
Yeah.
Like you said, and somebody with a sense of timing like that, when he took the scholarship, when he didn't, and now seeing, years ahead of what's coming. He has a clear vision of where he wants to get.
Yeah.
We're so thrilled for Forever Beaumore to be part of our first ever small business challenge for Link Parks.
Forever Beaumore has been a customer since 2018, and it's been amazing to learn more about their business and see them grow. Since becoming a Link Parks customer, we've seen their business grow from 3,080 square feet to 4,680 square feet.
We're so excited. Good luck, Jen, and your amazing team.
Good luck, Jen. We're rooting for you.
Forever Beaumore started out of my mom's tiny garage after she got out of a divorce. Our store at Forever Beaumore really tells a story of generational healing, and healing not just through beauty, but through confidence. So something that my mom and I are very proud of is the message that we share to our customers. We're not just a beauty brand, but our products help prove that confidence can be reclaimed. This is Suite 207 here in Santa Ana, California. And this was a really proud moment for us because we actually needed more space, which means that our business is growing. So here you can see we have tons and tons of boxes. This is a recent shipment of packaging that came in from overseas. And then we also store some of our gummies here. So we make skincare gummies. I think a business challenge that a lot of business owners face is learning what advice to take and what not to take. It was really important that I go out there, network, and learn from other successful entrepreneurs how they run their business. And I think I've really had to learn the hard way over the last few years on how to take that advice and fine-tune it and experiment with it so that it works for me. One of the things that we're working on right now is being able to bring manufacturing in-house, especially with all the things going on in the world right now. We found that being able to bring everything in-house is going to not only help protect us as a business, but be able to help us grow too, and hopefully in the next 3 years, be able to help other brands who are looking for ways to manufacture their skincare products in the US. This is our fulfillment warehouse. Something really unique about our family business is we still pack and assemble everything and then ship everything out from here. We haven't invested in 3PL yet, but I think that's also something that we're really grateful we can do here because it just gives us so much more control of how we're shipping things out to our customers. So we have 3 different types of liquid supplements. This packaging has gone through so many iterations. This is our most recent iteration of the packaging, and it's something we are so proud of. So instead of printing 3 different versions of this, we just have to print 3 different versions of the sleeve. And I was inspired by this when we went on a trip to Japan. I really encourage people, when you're looking for ideas, sometimes you literally have to go out of the country to get those ideas. My mom built Forever Beaumore out of survival, and I get to stand here today to help scale it with intention. For anyone who never thought they would end up in the beauty industry, for someone who lost it all and is trying to rebuild, or you're starting from scratch, I hope Forever Beaumore leaves behind a legacy of possibility and healing, whether that's through our skincare products that help nourish from the inside out, or for our community of powerful women who uplift each other.
Hey Jen, we love that video. We love your story. We're really excited to hear your presentation today. And let's kick it back to you.
Yeah, well, good afternoon, everyone. It's such an honor to be here with you today. Before I begin, I do want to give a shout out to the Link Parks team and, of course, the production team. It's been an amazing couple of weeks. You guys have really warmed us up and made us feel extra special and prepared for today. So thank you for making the time. Today, I'm here to share with you the story of Forever Beaumore, where we've come from, where we're going, and how we hope this opportunity will help get us there. My mom had started the company about 20 years ago in our tiny garage in Daly City, California. And before long, she became the first woman on Vietnamese television networks to host her own beauty show, sharing not just skincare tips, but also the kind of life advice that really resonated with other middle-aged women. We started with 1 product, and over the last 20 years, we have over 50 products. We ship nationwide, and we have a loyal community that sees themselves in our story. So thank you so much, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, your questions, and any ideas you have for how we can make this vision even stronger together.
That's great.
Thank you.
Jen, that was amazing. Thank you for sharing that. If you don't mind me asking, how has that experience been with the property management team and leasing team at Harbor Business Center?
It's been a wonderful experience. We've been here for 8 years now. I think that's really a testament to how much we've enjoyed being here. They've truly seen us start from day one because the business was originally in San Jose. And when I took over the family business after I graduated, I moved the entire headquarters down, and this was the first space that we've been at. So it's been evolving just as I have evolved as a business owner. And the team here is wonderful. It really makes it a much more positive experience knowing them firsthand.
It's fantastic. Thank you.
That's great. We really value our approach to customer service. I'd like to hear a little bit more about your approach to customer service and retention, and I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Thank you, Stephen. We have a very interesting business model in that most of our customers still call in to place their order. And I think that's what makes us unique.
Wow. Joe loves
that. So with our customers, it's kind of like a family relationship as well. When they call in, they know who they're talking to. They feel like they know my mom personally because she's on these live shows. She's on these YouTube videos. And sometimes if you call at the right time, she's the one picking up. And so they feel very connected to us.
Absolutely. No, I love how the story has developed and how you're bringing all these ideas and developing the two products that were first of its kind that you said, and now you're thinking about the Clean Lab. And it's always next. And I always find that so amazing from an entrepreneur. So more than a question, it's just commentary to you and the work that you guys are doing. We're happy to be a part of it.
Thank you so much, Jay, and thank you, everyone. I did want to share, the clean room has always been something that we are working towards, but I feel like it's just so synergistic because even if we don't, have the chance to win the $50,000 today, it sparked something in us. And just being able to know that we have your support, that we have this facility and a team to be able to make it happen, whether in the next 6 months or the next year or so, it just gets me really excited.
Great.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So what'd you guys think?
What an inspirational story from starting at home in the garage to being a part of our parks. It's great.
And the generational story, I think, is pretty, it's fascinating.
She mentioned that the legacy was really important to her mom. I thought that was really, really cool.
I love that the customers are still calling in for orders.
Yeah. Cool.
And that she answers.
She had a pretty clear goal too with what they would do with the money, which I thought was absolutely pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not a little of this and a little of that.
Yeah.
So they have this, they have it.
It's that room.
Yeah.
And the impact to their business, right? It would be a significant impact to their business in terms of controlling the manufacturing of key products.
Yeah.
I'm just happy they didn't do the build a room on their own.
Yeah.
God, tell us. Usually that's how it works.
At least it was our idea, so we know about it.
I'd rather have it that
Surprise.
way. We didn't know we could do this. You can't.
It usually happens after, not before. Yeah, so it's always good.
Hello from Central Moss Commerce Park. I'm the leasing director for Vertis Performance Club, and we're absolutely thrilled to share in this exciting moment with you. We're simply over the moon to see Vertis named one of the 5 finalists in our first Small Business Challenge for Link Parks. Vertis has been a valued customer since 2024, and it's been incredible to watch their growth and impact firsthand.
Since becoming a Link Parks customer, we've watched Vertis put real care into maintaining their space, growing their membership, and creating a welcoming environment for their clients. You can feel the energy every time you walk by their unit. Anthony and Jamie, congratulations again on making it to the final round.
We're rooting for you and can't wait to hear your pitch.
Hi, I'm Jamie. Welcome to Vertis. Let me show you around. Over here, we've got some of our awesome coaches on the board, as well as our mental performance coach. This is where our athletes have an opportunity to recover after sessions. They can use compression boots, foam rollers. We've got some highlights from the teams that we partner with.
Here at Vertis Performance Club, we're a sports performance facility that trains youth athletes, high school athletes, college athletes, and professional athletes. We're looking to bring our experience from the collegiate level to the greater community here in the Bay Area. We don't want athletes of any level to think that they're not good enough to have access to something. When customers come to Vertis, 1, we want them to be excited coming in and even more excited coming out. But 2, we want them to be proud of what they've done. Coaching is something that you get into to help other people, and a lot of times it's just one person, and that makes it all worth it.
And if these athletes that we're working with, especially the youth ones or even the adult clients who are maybe coming into training for the first time, if we can leave them with some tools to live a longer, healthier life when they're out of sport or maybe just not competing, then I think we've done our job and left the kind of legacy that we want to. Let me take you into the weight room where the real work happens. Over here in this corner, we've got our workout for the day on the TV. We've got our force plates and jump mat to help measure and monitor our athletes' progress. And then we've got our leaderboard with jumps and weights from the week. And then let's go over to the racks. This is where the meat of our work gets done, whether it's back squats, cleans, deadlifts, everything's happening over here. In this open space here, we'll hit some sprints, agility work. We've got just a little accessory corner to make sure we're working on all those little muscles to keep us healthy. And we've got co-owner Anthony about to hit a deadlift on our Olympic lifting platform. Nice job. We had an opportunity in 2022 to open a facility in Los Gatos, California. At the time, all of us who started the business worked at Stanford. We really wanted to bring that college level experience and training to the general public. We opened up a facility, didn't exactly know what we were doing, but we made it work, and now we're here in Santa Clara.
I think we have big goals. I think we have a very clear vision of what we want to accomplish, how we want to grow, and the athletes that we want to affect. And if we knew we couldn't fail, we would still run straight towards that direction.
What an awesome video. Thank you so much, Anthony and Jamie, for taking part in this small business challenge with Link Parks. And thank you for being a valued customer in the Bay Area. We're looking forward to hearing more about Virtus, and so I'll let you take it away.
All right, hi everyone. I am Jamie.
I'm Anthony.
And we are Virtus Performance Club. We are a sports performance facility located in Santa Clara, California. We started both as former sports performance coaches from Stanford, and we wanted to bring elite level coaching and resources to the general public. Currently, we've trained over 184 athletes. We have 6 different sports teams that we're partnered with, and we have 6 awesome coaches on our staff. All of this is building community, another really big goal that we have. We really value when we get an athlete testimonial and they're like, yeah, the training's great, whatever, but I come back because I've made friends in this class and they make me want to work harder. I want to see them outside of Virtus. And that's something that is really, really cool and that we want to keep building through our journey. We are, again, really grateful for this opportunity, and we would love to take any questions that you guys have as we wrap up here.
Thank you, guys.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Anthony and Jamie. I'll start with sort of the rise of youth sports, especially in the Bay Area. There are a lot of similar services out there. So what would you consider your secret sauce? What makes you different from similar companies?
If we know a lot of coaches in the industry that work professional, that work in college, but a lot of high quality coaches aren't looking to work with middle schoolers. They're not looking to work with high schoolers, right? Or maybe they just don't have the experience that we're lucky enough to have. So being able to have that experience, as well as having the interest in trying to help this specific population, I think is what sets us apart a little bit.
Terrific, thank you.
I really like, Jamie, what you said about taking the long-term view and the long-term approach. It's not about just like the next track meet or whatever, but are there any particular customer or client success stories that you could share with us? Anything come to mind?
Yeah, totally. We're at that point in our business where like we've been open for a few years and we have a few clients who have been with us since day one. And those clients, it's like really awesome to see their growth. We have one athlete, for example, his name is Austin, and he was not making the volleyball teams either. He was kind of on the training squad, but really wanted to start playing. He's now increased his jump by, let's see, almost 10 inches. And he is currently playing for one of the top teams at the volleyball club that he's a part of. But I think even more important than that, like, he was a really shy, quiet kid coming in. And he still is to an extent, but now he's got a little bit of sass to him, and he can kind of show the new kids around the weight room and let everyone know what's going on. And so to see him build that confidence through building his physical strength, and then that in turn also kind of playing a role in the success that he's had outside of us in the volleyball space and just his life in general. That's like what's most rewarding to us.
It's awesome. You mentioned that most of your clients are youths, right? So middle school, high schoolers. I was wondering, what do you think you can do for a middle-aged real estate professional? I lack, you mentioned speed, power, and strength. I lack all of those things. So how can you help me specifically?
Hey, it's a spectrum. I'm looking at this screen right now, and I see 5 athletes. It's all a spectrum right now, you know?
Once upon a time.
But to kind of give you like a serious answer, like we really do believe that these qualities are important for your entire life. If you guys are ever in the Bay Area, Sundays at 9 a.m.
There you go.
Awesome.
That's good.
Sold. Thank you guys so much. This was an awesome presentation, and it's so great to get to know you and your business. So thank you for everything.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I'm going to go to the 9 a.m. Sunday.
There you go.
I'm glad you asked.
I like the long-term aspect. I like how they focus on not just the physical part, but the mental health and nutrition, I think came up at one point. Seems like it's a very holistic approach to everything. Which I thought
Right,
was
and
pretty
just, from a credibility standpoint, having worked for Stanford athletes, it gives them a lot of clout in their market and helps them from a marketing standpoint, for sure.
Yeah.
Like we saw in their space, right? You can tell that they're proud of it. They've made it look nice, with the flags and the lights and everything. For a small space, it looks really nice, so it's very appealing. And for being startup business owners that weren't even planning to get into the business in the first place, it's impressive to see, the care that they've put into it.
I think this is going to be really hard.
very hard.
Conflicted.
These are 5 great finalists.
A lot of good storytelling there, a lot of amazing branding, a lot of vision for the future. There's a lot of good use cases here that we should strongly consider.
Yeah.
We say all the time, we want to be the easy button for our customers. We want to take care of the real estate so they can do their thing inside the space. But then to hear them talk about all those things that they do, I mean, there's a lot that they have going on. So as easy as we can make the real estate, they can do all this cool stuff in their space.
Should we go deliberate?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do it. We'll make our final decision.
Judges' chambers.
Okay, there's red vines in the cooler if anyone needs a sugar rush. Yeah, let's do it in order of
Corro.
I imagine most other equestrian companies are not as focused on the digital and the data and the performance marketing.
Yeah.
So that is where I feel like they're very, very different than others in their space.
The innovation, how can
Seems
you get
pretty
more
high.
innovative?
Yeah.
I thought they were one of the sharpest groups.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
Totally. They've been
They're a good team. Their dynamic was strong.
They've done that pitch before.
Their presence on social media is impactful.
It does definitely matter.
They have a strong following.
Yeah, and they have a brand identity. She has a clear differentiation, and she was able to articulate it.
Yeah.
Compvide, pretty dang strong.
Yeah.
Virtus Performance Club.
They're
For the growth potential.
Yeah, so they have the high level budget, and then they have a page for each of those things.
But you did have some that.
Okay, so she actually has more here. Storefront refresh, expand performance marketing.
Yeah.
Right? Like she had line item by line item.
I think these are top buckets for both of these.
Seriously, how are we gonna figure this out?
Let's do this.
All right.
Okay, so we good?
We're good.
All right, I think we have our winner.
All right.
All right.
Let's see.
Y'all won the $50,000. Congratulations.
We anticipate to put this money to great use, both on our marketing side as well as our ability to test and manufacture here in Austin, Texas.
We are so excited, and I didn't expect this one, but I really appreciate the link, and I hope we can make a very, very strong partnership forever.
Thanks everyone for joining us today. That's a wrap on our very first Small Business Challenge. We heard from some incredible entrepreneurs, all with inspiring stories. Thanks to our judges for sharing your insights and for believing in the power of new ideas. And to our viewers, thank you for joining us. Remember, the next big idea could be yours, and we might even see you in 2026 for the next Small Business Challenge. Thank you.